We're going to show you how to connect Mothernode to QuickBooks via QuickBooks Web Connector, where you can send over transactions from Mothernode such as invoices, purchase orders, and quotes, and they will appear seamlessly into your QuickBooks. Before we set it up, we need to make sure we have QuickBooks set up correctly to receive the information and that we will not have any transactional errors. First things first, if you only pay sales tax to one entity and you never ever pay sales tax to any other entity, then you should be okay once we sync your file and you'll be able to see your sales tax vendor. If there's a possibility that you pay to more than one sales tax vendor, then you need to set up a dummy account, and I've called mine Comptroller to be assigned and put it in all caps. This is because when QuickBooks is looking for a transaction to match up and to put into the system, it's going to look for the first available percentage to sync to. So we do not want it to do that. We don't want it to make assumptions. So if we put it into Comptroller to be assigned, we will know that we need to make sure and set up this new Comptroller's office in our QuickBooks. So all you have to do, just create this Comptroller to be assigned. You do not need to fill anything else out. Once we sync your file over, you will see it. The only other option you have here is if you know you're going to have a new sales tax payee or comptroller, then you can set that up ahead of time, sync your QuickBooks file, and then that will show up in your quotes for your project managers to be able to select from and sales managers. Now we're going to double check to make sure we have our inventory set up in QuickBooks. You're going to go to Edit, Preferences, Items and Inventory, Company Preferences, click Inventory and Purchase Orders are active. Make sure this box is clicked. Check off Warn if there is not enough inventory to sell. So make sure that is not checked. And failure to check off the inventory warning might cause some sync errors. So make sure to turn that off. Even if you do not carry inventory, we need you to set this up because that is an important part of carrying forward these transactions. The next thing you're going to set up is make sure you have sales tax enabled in QuickBooks. If you are an existing company that have already paid sales tax, you probably already have this set up. If you are a new company, a startup company, or you are creating a brand new company, then you need to make sure this is set up. Go to Preferences, Edit Preferences, go down to Sales Tax, go to Company Preferences, and it'll say, do you charge sales tax? And say yes. And then you can add a sales tax item here. You can also select what your most common sales tax would be. If you mostly sell in one certain area, select that sales tax. That'll make it easier for QuickBooks to move the transactions over and for them to be accurate. That's all you need to set up in QuickBooks for now. The next section, we will talk about what you need to set up for Mothernode. Now we are ready to set up the Mothernode side of the QuickBooks Web Connector. Sign into your Mothernode account, go to the little person icon in the top right-hand corner, select Settings, and then select API Connections. If you do not see this, you will need to make sure your Mothernode administrator makes you an administrator. Click the QuickBooks Web Connector. It will be green when it's connected to a company file, but right now it's gray because it's not activated. Toggle over where it says QuickBooks Web Connector and turn that on. Now you're going to download the QuickBooks Web Connector file and then open it. This is asking you if you really want to connect QuickBooks and Mothernode, so say OK. Now you're going to toggle over to QuickBooks and we will put up a screen cap for you. There's going to be another question saying, is it allowed to communicate with Mothernode? And you're going to select the button that says yes whenever this QuickBooks company file is open. So select that, select OK, done, and then go back into the QuickBooks Web Connector. Now you're going to click the button over here to the left of the file you just installed and you're going to enter your Mothernode password, not your QuickBooks password, your Mothernode password, and say okay, and then save your password if you would like. This is set to now auto run every 10 minutes. Now go ahead and click Update Selected, and we're going to send some information over to Mothernode. Now click over to Mothernode, and waiting for sync to complete, go ahead and give that a click, and the page will reload. Now you need to select what users are going to have access to be able to sync transactions into Mothernode. So select what users you would like. If you use classes because you have different divisions or different companies under your umbrella, then go ahead and map those fields. Now select the comptroller to be assigned, the new comptroller that you set up in QuickBooks. Select that just in case you have a new sales tax item come in that you do not have a payee for. That's where it's going to fall, so that you know you need to go in and review that. Now go ahead and map the fields for payments and invoices to go into your P&L statement. I'm just going to randomly click some things here. This is just a demo account. Now down here are your payment terms, and these are what I have in QuickBooks, but this on the right side and on the left side is what I have in Mothernode. So if you want those to match, you're going to need to add some into QuickBooks that match your Mothernode, or just do your best when you are mapping your fields. Down below is this QuickBooks item sales tax table, and these are the ones that are in QuickBooks. If you went right now and created a new invoice or quote, you will now see a drop down appear that will give you the option to select those tax rates. So this should help your accounting department to not have so many errors when sales tax is concerned. I know some people override them or choose the wrong sales tax rate. So this should give you a little bit more control over what is taxed. At least when you get to the invoice level, you can also make sure that that's accurate. Now go ahead and save your screen. And then go back down here and say, go ahead and sync it again. And now we're going to go over into QuickBooks and say Update Selected. We're just going to make sure that everything has been sent over both directions. And we'll check this again just to make sure our sync completed well. Okay, great. Everything's saved, everything stayed. We're looking good. So now you can move on to the next step, which is starting to move transactions into QuickBooks seamlessly. That will be in the next video. Thanks for joining us.